Nay, suppose we were to grant that the nourishment coming from these things, let it be so called as more accordant with the common way of speaking, although against nature, is yet separated and changed into some one of the moist or dry or warm or cold matters which the body contains, our opponents would gain nothing by the concession. For the bodies that rise again are reconstituted from the parts which properly belong to them, whereas no one of the things mentioned is such a part, nor has it the form or place of a part. Nay, it does not remain always with the parts of the body which are nourished, or rise again with the parts that rise, since no longer does blood or phlegm or bile or breath contribute anything to the life, neither again will the bodies nourished then require the things they once required, seeing that, along with the want and corruption of the bodies nourished, the need also of those things by which they were nourished is taken away. To this must be added, that if we were to suppose the change arising from such nourishment to reach as far as flesh, in that case too there would be no necessity that the flesh recently changed by food of that kind, if it became united to the body of some other man, should again as a part contribute to the formation of that body, since neither the flesh which takes it up always retains what it takes, nor does the flesh so incorporated abide and remain with that to which it was added, but is subject to a great variety of changes, at one time being dispersed by toil or care, at another time being wasted by grief or trouble or disease, and by the distempers arising from being heated or chilled, the humors which are changed with the flesh and fat not receiving the nourishment so as to remain what they are. But while such are the changes to which the flesh is subject, we should find that flesh nourished by food unsuited to it suffers them in a much greater degree, now swelling out and growing fat by what it has received, and then again rejecting it in some way or other, and decreasing in bulk from one or more of the causes already mentioned, and that alone remains in the parts which is adapted to bind together, or cover, or warm the flesh that has been chosen by nature, and adheres to those parts by which it sustains the life which is according to nature, and fulfills the labors of that life, so that whether the investigation in which we have just been engaged be fairly judged of, or the objections urged against our position be conceded, in neither case can it be shown that what is said by our opponents is true, nor can the bodies of men ever combine with those of the same nature, whether at any time, through ignorance and being cheated of their perception by someone else, men have partaken of such a body, or of their own accord, impelled by want or madness. They have defiled themselves with the body of one of like form. For we are very well aware that some brutes have human forms, or have a nature compounded of men and brutes, such as the more daring of the poets are accustomed to represent.